Namaskar, Dileep Singh Advocate. You are most welcome to my channel Journey of Constitution of India. On 31st January 2011, a division bench of Kerala High Court decided a matter of control and management of Padmanabhan Temple. This is one of the richest temple having a speculated worth of almost 22 crore dollar, or you say 1 lakh crore rupees of gold, gems, jewelries. In fact, Padmanabha, the family deity of Travancore royal house, and since 18th century, the princes of lineage have ruled most of the South India, South Kerala and adjoining part of Tamil Nadu as Padmanabha Dasa, means servant of Padmanabha. After the integration of the princely state in 1947, the royal rule came to an end. Most of the major temples of Travancore family were bought under the Devasam board. In May 2011, the temples shot into limelight when Supreme Court ordered to open the vault of the temples and prepare a detailed inventory of the articles, and it was speculated that the riches and the gems, jewelries, gold which are in the vault of the temples are worth more than 1 lakh crore. So the legal journey started from the district court, and there the devotees went against the management, claiming that there is mismanagement in the temple. Thereafter, a writ petition was filed by the Uttradam Thirunil Martanda Varma, who is the brother of the dead last ruler, and the name of the case was Urtanda Thirumil Martanda Varma versus Union of India. The petitioners were the trustee of the temple, and they were managing the temple and affairs of the temple. So the issue before the High Court was, Kerala High Court was, whether the younger brother of the last ruler of Travancore could come within the purview of the definition of ruler, and he can claim the ownership, control, and management of the Sri Padmanabha Swami temple located in Trivandrum. HC decided the matter against the royal family and passed the three directions mainly. The first direction was the state government was directed to constitute a body corporate or trust or any other legal authority within 3 months and take over the control of the temple, its management, its assets, and everything. The second order was the second order was an injunction order which passed against the petitioners, it means the royal family, that they will not open any vault which is called Kalaras, or remove any article from from the temples. The third direction was that there will be the authority which will be constituted under the direction by the government will open all the vaults and make inventory of the entire article, and these all articles will be placed in a museum for exhibition of public, and that will be managed by the authority constituted. The Kerala High Court judgment was challenged in the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court was to decide the two main issues. First, whether there is any right of Travancore family on temple property and its management, and second issue was the opening of vault B. In fact, all the vaults were numbered as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So barring this B, all vaults have been opened and their inventory have been prepared. In April 2014, the Apex Court agreeing the report of amicus curiae senior advocate Mr. Gopal Subramaniam and ordered the creation of 5-member administrative setup under the district judge, and this administrative authority or committee created under the district judge will be looking after the management and the properties of the temple. The temple was in bad news for twice during this period. Once when the CAG report was submitted and it was told that the gold worth rupees 180 crore was stolen, and again in 2017 for the loss or theft of precious stone worth 28 crore. So this way this litigation has traveled, and Supreme Court gave almost 25 sittings and reserved the order on this case in April, on 10th April 2019. So the Supreme Court is today decided the issue and passed the judgment. But before going to the judgment, let me see what were the arguments given by the parties before the Supreme Court. The devotees were the original plaintiffs in the suits filed in the lower court alleging mismanagement of temple's treasure, and they were in favor of a broad-based committee to manage the Padmanabha temple. The committee may be in the form of Devasam, which type of committee is already existing and currently it is seeing the Guruvayur temple, and these devotees relied on 26th Constitution Amendment 1971, which abolished the very term ruler. The amendment was also abolished the purse, privileges, and other facilities, other special rights given to the erstwhile rulers of the Indian states, and by deleting the Article 291 and 362 by this amendment. They also relied on a judgment passed by Supreme Court in 1994 with the name Raghurath Rao Ganpat Rao versus Union of India, in which the Supreme Court upheld the 26th Constitutional Amendment, and the purpose and court held that the society, the princely states were to be converted into egalitarian society, and it held that covenants of erstwhile ruler no longer had scrutiny, sanctity of any meaning. They also quoted the Agreement of Accession signed in 1949 for integrating the princely states, and the devotees were arguing that the temple was trusted to the erstwhile ruler as a interestment and as a vested as a trust. It was not given as a property to them, and particularly the royal family quoted the provision of section 18(2) and section 20 of the Travancore Cochin Hindu Religious Institution Act, and by this provision they wanted to bring the present petitioner, who is the brother of the last ruler, within the purview of the ruler, and whereas the devotees were arguing that they are void of any meaning and repugnant to the Article 363A of the Constitution of India, hence not enforceable, and so royal family cannot be given and entrusted further of the management and the property of this temple. Kerala High Court in its 2011 judgment interpreted the Travancore king's role as a trustee and retaining for the benefit of the devotees, state, and the public at large. So the Kerala High Court went against the royal family. The devotees argued that the exclusive private management of a public trust is incompatible and antithesis to the character of the public nature of the temple. So let us see what happened. However, the present judgment has not taken this argument and given the judgment in favor of the royal family, and the order passed against the royal family by the High Court has been set aside. So the today judgment by Supreme Court upheld the rights of Travancore royal family in the administration of historic Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple in Kerala. It held that district judge will be heading the administrative committee and will manage the affair of the temple. So far as the decision regarding opening of the vault B in the temple, it is vested with the Supreme Court held that it will be vested with the administrative committee, and they will take decision about it, the opening of the vault B. So the Supreme Court in today's judgment has set aside the order dated 31st January 2020 of the Kerala High Court. I'll make another video when I'll get the entire judgment in my hand, and we will discuss about those judgments. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please comment, on the on this in this video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Namaskar.